investigating who started the fire and are compiling a report moving forward to check on the level of arson attacks in the country. Ngina Kirori has more.
8:30 p.m. last night, reports began to surface of a fire raging down the dormitory section at Ofafa Jericho High School in Nairobi. The charred leftovers littering the burnt spaces as concerned parents jumped the school's compound to press the administration for the whereabouts and well-being of their children. The school's administration said they were alarmed by shouting and flames.
Ni kweli tulikuwa na shida kidogo ya mkasa ambao kuna vijana wachache ambao walijaribu kuhakisha moto kwa sehemu moja ama kiubu moja. Alafu tukakimbia pale haraka sana na walimu na wanafunzi wengine, na huo moto ukazimwa. Na katika ile harakati ya kuzima ule moto ukawa na shida kidogo kwamba wengine wachache wakapumua hiyo moshi.
However, no burns or deaths were reported within the student population, but about 40 students were taken to various hospitals for smoke inhalation treatment.
Nimepata report kwa 32 students were taken to Metropolitan. Out of these, 2 were evacuated to Avenue Hospital, 2 evacuated to Meridian, 1 student sustained a fracture, 3 students are taken to Jericho and then referred to MLKH, Mama Lucy.
The school is investigating the cause of the inferno.
You cannot rush over the investigations, otherwise you may get the wrong people and maybe even the culprits go free. So we are still collecting the information, and I'm sure before morning we'll have collected enough information with enough evidence also to actually be able to get the culprits who are involved.
Nairobi County firefighters managed to contain the fire. Ngina Kirori, NTV.
Thank you, Ngina, for that. Of course, an update will be coming later. Now, members of the Senate committee and friends of the committee are an infuriated lot following the no-show by CSS Energy and CSS Mining, that is CS John Munyes and Charles Keter, who did not avail themselves this morning, and they were expected to answer to questions over the high pricing of energy in the country and consequently the high cost of living. Now, Alex Wangui is at Parliament Buildings. Alex, does these no-show by these 2 CSs indicate the level of lack of seriousness with the government when it comes to addressing this issue of increased costs of fuel and consequently the cost of living?
So yes, Lois, this matter of the high fuel prices is one that has affected the senators are really angry about this matter. And especially because the Cabinet Secretary for Petroleum, John Munyes, and the Cabinet Secretary for Energy, Charles Keter, did not appear here. They were a no-show. First of all, the message from John Munyes was that he has traveled out of the country. And then from Charles Keter, his letter to the Parliamentary Committee stated that this matter is not under his docket, and he has basically thrown the weight of the ball to the side of the Petroleum CS, meaning that he would like the Petroleum CS to take the hit on the matter of the high fuel prices. So in a summary, what happened during the committee is that the senators were keen to find out or to deliberate on what it is that they are going to do in order to ensure that the 2 CSs appear before them, or maybe even appear before the entire Senate, because this is a matter that has become of national interest. And I'm also made aware that the National Assembly is set to deliberate this matter. So one of the crucial matters that came up was that the senators suggested that the CSs should be penalized at least $500,000 shillings in order to feel the pain of not having come for this meeting. But one of the senators said that CS Munyes has been penalized before and that this is a behavior that is recurring. So she was of the opinion that they should do something stronger. Another thing that they discussed was whether the clerk of the Senate issued an invite or a summon to the CS, and it was deliberated that summons were issued. So those come with the backing of a high court order, and the CSs failing to appear then meant that there was a challenge, and this only made the senators much more angry. So what is the way forward that they've deliberated? They've decided that they are going to write a report. The Senate Energy Committee is going to write like a one-page report. That is what Ephraim Maina was advised by Senators Orengo and Mutula Kilonzo Jr. And that report is going to be handed over to the main house, which is going to deliberate the matter, hopefully this afternoon, which means that other matters might be swept aside in order to discuss the matter of the high fuel prices before the entire Senate. Back to you, Loise, in Eldoret.
Many thanks, Alex Wangui. Of course, he will be keeping brief with that. And moving forward, the COVID-19 infection rate may have gone down according to data from the government. But families across the country are still burdening with the pain and anguish caused by COVID-19 pandemic. Such is the story of a family in Molo, Nakuru County, which is mourning once again thanks to the disease barely a month after burying 3 close kin. Ruth Sarmoi has more.
47-year-old James Masharia is the latest victim of COVID-19 in this home, barely a month after his family buried 3 other relatives who died after they were infected by the virus. The father of 4 had been receiving treatment when he succumbed on the 13th of September.
COVID-19 ni kitu lil. Nimekuwa na yeye kwa hospitali kama muda wa wiki 2. Na nimeona kweli COVID si mchezo. Amekuwa akitritiwa na tunaona ya kwamba kama ana improve.
Tungependa watu waweze ku take care na serikali pia ijaribu vile itaweza kuhamasisha watu ili waweze kujikinga na hii ugonjwa ya corona.
The extended family still recovering from the loss of their grandmother, uncle, aunt, and now Masharia says pangs of the pandemic have cut too deep.
Sio kwa familia tu, mbali katika hili eneo letu. Huu ugonjwa umekuwa ni pigo kubwa ambalo limewacha wengi na huzuni na pia masikitiko.
Kila wiki ambao huwa inapita wanapoteza watu ambao wanatoka kwa wodi yangu between 3 to 5. Na hiyo ni jambo ambalo nimekuwa kila wakati nikielezea wananchi tuzingatie hii maagizo, kwa sababu ugonjwa waweza kuwa utakuja kumaliza watu wetu wote.
Scarred by the sting of the pandemic, the family is urging Kenyans not to drop the ball in observing containment measures.
Mtu akisikia ya kwamba hasikii vizuri, jambo la kwanza asiweze kujitibu. Afike kwa hospitalini ili aweze kuangaliwa kama ni homa ya kawaida na aweze kupimwa COVID-19. Serikali iendelee kuchukua jukumu lake. Inapoona watu haweki mikakati, ni heli hata kama ni mikutano ama ni nini ihamasishwe.
Residents of Molo have been urged to show up for vaccination to build herd immunity against the virus, as leaders plead with the government to distribute the vaccines to reach the population in remote areas.
Ndio iko katika Molo Sub-County Hospital yetu, na kwa wale ambao walikuwa wamepata ya kwanza, na wahimiza sana waingie kwa hiyo hospitali waweze kupata chanjo ya pili.
Ruth Sarmoi, NTV, Nakuru.
And staying with matters COVID-19, the African Union now says it is looking into purchasing its own COVID-19 vaccines rather than waiting for donations from larger economies. AU COVID-19 response Special Envoy Strive Messiah is calling on manufacturers and distributors to give the content a fair shot at access to the shot of hope.
We want to buy vaccines. We're not asking for donations. You can donate to us if you so wish, but our basis is not a donation. That means we want access to purchase. We call on those countries that have put restrictions on exports of vaccines as finished products, exports of ingredients, drug substance. These restrictions are even more urgent for us today than intellectual property, because the intellectual property doesn't deliver a vaccine to us tomorrow, but an export ban lifted in the United States, in Japan, in China, in Korea, South Korea, India, that will give us vaccines immediately.
And now to a top story that we are following up for you from here in Eldoret, and Moi University has initiated a series of income-generating projects in a bid to address the cash flow challenges believed to be crippling the institution. Now, this comes in the wake of tough conditions by international lender IMF on structural reforms in some parastatals, including 3 top universities for a loan to Kenya. Our reporter Gabriel Kudaka with the details.
Moi University, one of the largest institutions of higher learning, is struggling with a debt of 4.5 billion shillings, which is also affecting the smooth running of the institution. Among the mitigation measures is the cultivation of apples on a 100-acre parcel of land.
We have really focused on income-generating projects so that in 4 years' time, this university can stand on its own. 1 acre should give you about 79 million, just one acre. So if you say 100 acres, that gives you about 8 billion times 1,000, 8 billion times 1,000, that should give you about 8 billion. That might sound like we are out of this world. We have done our due diligence. And even if we are the worst farmer, we should be able to post in the next 4 years about 40 billion for this university.
The university has also launched the construction of an amphitheater worth 2.5 billion shillings for use by students, besides additional generation of income upon its completion.
We like performing arts students. It will help us to perform our items there without being distracted.
The universities are also mobilizing resources through their own ways to complement the effort of government. And I want to thank Moi University for being planful to execute what will transform this university and lift it to the very high status.
The university further dismissed claims of presence of ghost workers in its payroll system, even as Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission indicates plans to probe the allegations.
EACC, they are right in whatever they are doing. Investigation is part of their work. We don't want to preempt what they are likely to do, but we know we don't have ghost workers.
Moi University's structural changes come weeks after the University of Nairobi also effected reforms, which included merging of departments and increasing fees. The IMF guidelines require Kenya to implement a raft of austerity.
Kilifi have rescued a baby elephant after it fell into a water trough while quenching its thirst. NTV's Kevin Mutai reports that the young jumbo has since been reunited with its mother at the forest.
A mother elephant is in distress. She has been desperately trying to rescue her baby for several hours with no success. The calf fell into this water trough located in the vast Arabuko Sokoke forest in the county of Kilifi while drinking water. A multi-agency team comprising of officers from the Kenya Wildlife Service and community members under the umbrella of Friends of Arabuko responded few minutes later and took the jumbo to safety. KWS wardens used their vehicles to first drive the mother elephant into the forest before embarking on the rescue process.
We received the report at around 6 in the morning, and by 7:30 we were able to rescue the baby elephant safely, and we reunited the baby elephant with her mother.
The ongoing drought that has been ravaging the region has forced wild animals to seek alternative watering areas. Water ponds are drying up, leaving artificial and permanent water points such as troughs as the only source of water for the animals.
Currently we receive big numbers of elephants coming for water at this water point, which is also a challenge which we are on the process of addressing so that we can get an alternative water point within the forest to serve the elephant.
The Arabuko Sokoke forest, which is one of the largest in the entire East African region, is home to hundreds of species of wild animals.
At Arabuko we have a good number of elephants. The estimated number of elephants as per the data which we had back in 2016 was estimated at 350 to 400 elephants. But soon, I think we'll get the exact number because we did census. We are yet to get the data, updated data on the numbers which we have. But we have a good number of elephants who are healthy. And for the last 5 years, we've not had any mortality, be it from poaching or natural death.
This is the second incident since 2016 when another calf was rescued from a watering point while drinking. KWS is urging locals to report similar incidences. Kevin Mutai, NTV in Mombasa.
Oh, what a very beautiful pictures coming from Kilifi County. Right about now, we take just a short break, but when we come back, much more from the country, including a touch on politics.
Ruiru Mabati Factory offers the best quality mabati at the most affordable prices. We pride in our 10 years experience. Our products have 15 years warranty and are KEB certified. We manufacture box profile, Europe tile, Jenga tile, corrugated S profile, among others in a wide variety of colors. Enjoy our free delivery in just 72 hours. To order, call us now on 0111 050 700. Ruiru Mabati Factory, mali safi kwa bei poa.
Smart. Now you can turn your house into a fabulous home with Zetu Furniture. With outstanding quality fabrics and contemporary styles, find a wide range of furniture at unbeatable prices. Shop in any of our stores today and enjoy further discounts until October 15th. Zetu Furniture. My home, my office.
Motor vehicle insurance certificates are now issued electronically. Once you receive your digital certificate, you must verify it is valid. The insurance status can either be active, expired, cancelled, or invalid. If your certificate is invalid, get in touch with AKI immediately through 0709 640000.
Boma Mabati makes your roof strong and appealing. It comes with a choice of various designs: Boma Box, Boma Tile, Boma Vase, in matte or glossy finish in various colors. Boma Mabati is quality, cost-friendly and KEB certified. To place your order and enjoy free delivery, reach us on 0723 999981 or 0724 114411 or the details on your screen. Boma Mabati. Mabati ya kila boma.
Uwezi shinda kusema hakuna kazi. Na pali huko, kuna nini nyoneza du?
Place niko nikaangalia wacha nikuwe unique kwa watu wengine wale wanaosha gari na ndoo.
Job yangu inakuwa demanding sana. Kupeleka gari car wash na take time.
Sasa topa watu walikuwa wanatokanga wanaenda car wash. Sasa kuna mtu anajisimanga kutoka asubuhi.
Nilianza na mashini moja. Kwanza niliomba tu kwa best yangu.
Job iko. Swali ni unaicreate aje?
Kuna jamaa mwingine alikuanga hapo anauza gazeti. Akaenda na mimi nikaendelea tuna hiyo biashara yake. Carpet bila mobile car wash ilikuwa inaendelea. Watu wakaniuliza kwa nini uoshi carpet?
Chochote kile ambacho unapata, hata kiwe kidogo namna gani, shukuru.
Place unaishi, kuna kitu unaweza fanya.
Usikose kuungana nami George Kieru kwenye makala ya Jasho Langu katika NTV jioni Jumanne hii.
Welcome back into some touch of politics. And peace champions in the country want political parties to conduct free, fair and credible party nominations ahead of 2022 general elections to avert violence usually witnessed during such exercises. Stakeholders attending a peace meeting in Kisumu County disclosed that there were strong indicators that violence will be witnessed during political party primaries across the country.
ODM! ODM! ODM!
This happened last week on Friday in Migori County. Presidential hopeful Jimmy Wanjigi coming face to face with the ugly head of political violence. Now, peace champions want such incidences prevented, more so during party nominations, where past records show that such occurrences are usually rampant.
From our indicators, we've been tracking indicators for the last 8 months. More violence will be witnessed during political parties' primaries all over the country, not only in Kisumu, all over the country. And therefore, political parties plays an important role in ensuring stability during the political party primaries.
The peace actors also want political parties to move with speed and tame what they call a worrying increase of political intolerance within the parties.
We are talking about within the parties. Kama ni ODM, kama ni UDA, kama ni Ford Kenya, there are a lot of intolerance. Because we have witnessed a lot of violence in the funerals, in the Harambes, within the parties, not different parties.
Our Father and our God, we have spoken to the press.
And as the country gears towards the 2022 elections, more voices are joining in the peace chorus, amongst them the Church and the National Cohesion and Integration Commission.
We therefore urge Your Excellency to do everything in your power to make peace with your deputy, such as you did with the then rivals in the aftermath of 2017 general election. To this end, we offer our prayers to you, sir, and any other support we may be called upon to give you.
As NCIC, we are going to provide a national platform where we shall begin a serious national dialogue with the political leaders and especially the heads of registered political parties.
The calls for peace come barely a day before the world marks this year's International Day of Peace, whose theme reads, "Recovering Better to an Equitable and Sustainable World." Okukusa, NTV.
And staying with politics, the National Cohesion and Integration Commission is now entering into partnerships with various government and non-governmental agencies to promote and strengthen peace in Kenya as the country prepares for the general elections. The commission has embarked on training youth as a target group likely to influence the conduct of the 2022 general election.
Through Amani clubs, the Commission has managed to promote peace through various engagements such as sports tournaments, cleanup activities, dialogue forums, community service, amongst a whole diverse of other engagements. During such activities, the youth are able to appreciate and respect diversity by interacting with other persons of different backgrounds and values and gain values that transcend time as young people.
Social media is your space, your territory, and your advantage. And I think all of us now, even the old people, all people, they are actually addicted to social media. Your generation knows the ways and means of harnessing and benefiting from technology and social media. Use it for good and for peace in our country and the world.
And staying with politics, Interior Principal Secretary Karanja Kibisho now says that the ongoing peace meetings in Kirinyaga County are meant to cool down political temperatures ahead of the Mashujaa Day celebrations in the county.
Catholic Bishop Mario Aina aina mushamanio ana ukomuranga na kero.
Tafadhali wacha tupeleke nidhamu pale na tuwe ambao watu wata welcome His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya kama watu ambao wanampenda na ni president wao.
Iko viongozi hapa wengi na mnawajua juu mnaishi hapa wenye wamepanga kukuja pale badala ya kushangilia ni kuja kuwekana aibu. Na ndio tukafikiria sisi tutaenda constituency by constituency tukihubiri amani. Tukashikana na Bwana Ngerese juu sisi tumefanya investigation. Yeye ako na jeshi yake ndio hii. Na tunajua ile historia tumekuwa naye ya Bwana Ngerese saa zote matusi kwangu. Tukasikizana sisi ni watu wa Kirinyaga. Na ni lazima tusikilizane, tufanye handshake na tuone ni vipi tutatembea hii safari.
To some international news now, and the Ethiopian government says it will not hold polls in all of its constituencies during the next round of landmark national elections due to security issues. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Prosperity's party secured a new 5-year term in the first round in June by claiming 410 out of 436 contested seats in the federal parliament. But logistical challenges and insecurity led to delays in some areas, and a second round of voting is planned for the end of this month.
The Ethiopian Electoral Board spokeswoman Soliana Shimeles says more than 7 million voters are expected to choose representatives for 47 federal parliamentary seats and 105 regional ones in the partial second round vote. However, 18 constituencies in Amhara region and 8 in Oromia region will not vote, with the rest in the second ballot.
During the first round of elections, there were 7 constituencies in Oromia region and around 10 constituencies in the Ambara region where elections did not take place.
Amhara has been scarred by fighting between government troops and the Tigray People's Liberation Front (TPLF), while Oromia is grappling with an insurgency by the Oromo Liberation Army (OLA). Polling will also not take place in some constituencies in the Afar and Benishangul Gumuz regions, says the Electoral Board, without specifying how many.
We have not decided how and when the election will be held in these places. However, since the number of constituencies is small, we will decide when to hold the election collectively all together.
Ethiopia has 547 constituencies nationally, but the Electoral Board has written off plans to hold elections in Tigray, which is currently mostly under TPLF control. The Electoral Board says that it is aiming to release the results of the September 30 polls by October 10th, and that security will be enhanced. Ethiopia's new government is set to be formed on October the 4th. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed came to power in 2018 on the back of several years of anti-government protests and promised to break from Ethiopia's authoritarian past, in part by holding the most democratic elections in the country has ever seen.
Moving on, dozens of demonstrators in Sudan have blocked key roads and a crucial port in the country's east in protest of a peace deal with rebel groups following a landmark accord signed by the transitional government shortly after autocrat Omar al-Bashir's regime. And to matters of sports now, and after a long break due to the COVID-19 disruptions, competitive swimming in Kenya has resumed with the Kenya Swimming Federation KFS Kiambu Branch Age Group Swimming Gala. The introduction of these other games in swimming, of course, bringing to a close the long break when it comes to matter sports in the country.
Because we have swimmers who have qualified for level 3, which will be happening at Kasarani, and we have also swimmers who have qualified for level 2.
Actually, we have lined up quite a number of championships in our calendar of events. There's Wood Creek coming up. There's an event also coming up in Crawford. And it's not only about swimmers. We're also looking at empowering coaches.
Our last update of the day, after helping Police FC beat Vihiga United 2-1 on aggregate and gain promotion to the top of the league for the first time in history. Head coach John Bobby Ogola believes the team will do well in the upcoming season. Police will face Kakamega home boys these coming days.
Na usaidizi wa administration, nafikiri hii team itaenda mbali, because niliwaambia vijana ni nyie mtacheza kwa hiyo Premier League. Hatuna time ya kurecruit. Kama kuna window period, basi tutainvest moja ama mbili. Timu tutapambana tu tukienda, lakini uweze overhaul team that is 1 week to the Premier League. It will be a big mistake. So wale tu ndio nitawatumia tuki-strengthen a few departments. Hivyo.
Chairman wangu Nyale Munga aliwaambia hapo awali tulikuwa na nyinyi NTV kwamba tukiingia hapa mtatuona kwa ndege. Bila shaka tunataka sisi hatuendi kuwa participants, tunaenda kuchukua ligi sisi.
Manake imekuwa miaka 10 bana, mwisho tulikuwa tuitwa Red Berets. Sasa tumpanda baada ya miaka 10 tuitwa Kenya Police FC. Nafurahi sana.
Afande Sele ni shabiki mkubwa sana wa Bandari FC na msimu uliopita nafasi ya 3. Mara hii bana pale Kenya tuko kazi, pale Bandari ni passion.
So it is a bright and sunny afternoon here in Eldoret, Uasin Gishu County. I don't know how your environment is, but we can plan to make it better through our day's afternoon programming. And later on NTV Jioni and NTV Tonight, we'll be focusing on matters of with James Smart. So be sure to catch us on. It will be a beautiful scene, I can assure you. Good afternoon and many thanks for joining us.
This is NTV.
Presenting the new Harpic Bathroom Cleaner. Compared to ordinary detergents, its thick formulation gives you superior cleaning and kills 99.9% of germs and viruses all around the bathroom. Blue for the toilet and red for the bathroom.
Cooperatives in Kenya continue to change livelihoods. Imarisha Sacco, whose headquarters is in Kericho, has scaled the heights, growing from 100 members to 130,000 members in 43 years. It is a huge Sacco.
Our asset base is a total of 16 billion Kenya shillings. Our loan portfolio is 12 billion Kenya shillings. Our total deposit from our customers is totaling 11 billion shillings.
Imarisha Sacco has shareholding in Cobank. It's number 5 in Kenya. Its shareholding.
The Keo Plaza is one of the initiatives we supported with an investment of over 350 million.
Kupewa 1 million, nikaendeleza biashara ikakuwa kabisa vizuri, nikapanua nikaweka hardware na kazi ikaendelea vizuri.
Cooperative Bank is working with cooperatives to transform lives.
We've learned to savor the moments that were always there. And they never tasted this good.
Here at NNG, we are working very hard to ensure your favorite publications, Daily Nation, Business Daily, Taifa Leo and the East African are readily available. In a bid to support the efforts to prevent the transmission of COVID-19, NNG has ensured our staff, our distributors and their staff adhere to set guidelines. At our printing plant, all staff are required to wash their hands before entering the factory and must be wearing a mask. All workers either change their clothes on entering the factory or wear an overcoat. we are keeping doors open to avoid our staff touching door handles repeatedly. With our automated printing, contact with the newspaper is kept to a minimum, and at the packing process, the staff observe social distancing. Vehicles used to transport the newspapers are disinfected daily before the newspapers are loaded, and our delivery staff all wear masks and wash their hands regularly. Our vendors ensure that they sanitize every time they handle money and wear their masks at all times. NMG is proud to be able to safely meet your information needs. Stay safe, stay informed with our favorite NMG publications.
Huwezi shinda kusema hakuna kazi. Na pali huko kuna nini nyoneza du?
Place niko nikaangalia wacha nikuwe unique kwa watu wengine wale wanaosha gari na ndoo.
Job yangu inakuwa demanding sana. Kupeleka gari car wash na take time.
Sasa hapa watu walikuwa wanatokanga wanaenda car wash. Sasa hakuna mtu anajisimanga kutoka asubuhi.
Nilianza na mashini moja. Kwanza niliomba tu kwa best yangu.
Job iko.